They'll be calling you a radical. Kevin Blanch, Energy Solutions dumpsite. Don't kid yourself. Grassy Mountains is just as evil. These are corrupt bastards. And the reason I'm out here today is I want to talk about San Onofre, because our local media, they won't report it. Maybe you go run over to Doug Wright, all you people in Utah, who's nothing but a blatant terrorist. Look up the definition of terror. Ooh, fear, fear, fear. America, home of the freaking cowards, land of the afraid. You should be afraid of this. So, San Onofre, I want people to very much know San Onofre would never be closed if it wasn't for me. Never. And how did I get it closed? Why, I was inside the bone marrow transplant at the top of L.D.S. I've been battling them for years. Us Utahns. I love it when I go to the San Onofre hearings and I'm standing in there all the time and they always say, ooh, it's our issue. Then why you park all your shit right here? And we're tired of your shit in your backyard. So, my dad, yep, San Onofre, that guy. Pendleton's at San Onofre, my Woodbury artist mother. Yeah. The Old Town guy, the guy that found the gold to suit her. Oh, yeah, that Abe the Force, my grandfather, she's still alive. So, this fight is our fight. So, San Onofre has announced they're giving Energy Solutions, one of the most corrupt companies in human history, who changes their name every other week. Now, remember, Energy Solutions was $35 a share. Crashed during corruption. So far under $5 a share, the New York Stock Exchange delisted a 70-year-old company. Unheard of stuff. Shareholder lawsuits flying out. These are the people in charge of your nuclear waste. So get this. You'll love this. You're going to love this. So where do they think they're putting it? Right there. So they just buried it in the freaking dirt. So it's just low level. So Governor Herbert and I used to go at it, but I've become friends with Governor Herbert because his father died of leukemia. Mike Lee, that rat, just so you know, right here in the Energy Solutions site, it becomes as natural as unleashing freaking cattle into the freaking Energy Solutions dumpsite. Oh, they're back. They're in there. I have video of them drinking water right out of the Agronaut burn facility, right where they burn the waste, drinking water, going in as organic beef. This is how corrupt these guys are. So there's one guy who watches the store. His name's Rusty. And he has a secretary. They won't even call me back. They were supposed to have public hearings here. I'm full of critical condition, dying of leukemia in 2011. And I know I'm repetitive, but I don't care. There's new people that come in here all the time. People in Utah need to wake up. So I'm calling Rusty all the time. I'm very cordial with his secretary. They won't even call me back. How come you canceled the by law, they have to have public hearings, just like in California. So I've been flying down to those public hearings since, I've been going to the public hearings on San Onofre since I was an 8-year-old kid. This is no new fight. San Onofre is the poster child for everything wrong with the nuclear industry. On one side, on the other side, it's the poster for everything we're getting right. We're way ahead of schedule. I'll tell you why they're so far ahead of schedule. And I got news for you. KUTV, KSL, those derelicts who refuse to do their job, the terrorists called Doug Wright. So, those derelicts are reporting that it's coming here. Not so fast. So Governor Herbert on the heavyweights, they're trying to bring 700,000 tons of all these nuclear reactors are plumb full of waste, and they're still building more in Illinois. You're building them out in New York. Yeah, I'm the guy there, too, at all the hearings. I'm at the hearings in New York. I'm at the hearings of San Diego. I'm in the hearings of freaking, everywhere around the country, and I've got I'm full of cancer. Given too much to live. And I want to say this before I keep going on. I want to say how much I love our family at the top of L.D.S. East 8. The greatest people in the world, the greatest nurses, the greatest doctors. And I'm dedicating all this fight. 2017 will be dedicated to Marshal Jensen, my favorite leukemia fighting brother. We're heroes. You stand and pledge allegiance for, police officers we used to call that are law enforcement. Now, I thought those were judges, so that's correct, CEOs, lithium guarders, poppy field guarders, freaking oil field looters went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban, went off to Iraq to get a big old sack, went off to, Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. They're still there. He's all gone. How nice is they watching the Bob Dylan song named ISIS. Stand up, and I want you to pledge allegiance to CEOs, corporate welfare, looters, thievers, Energy Solutions, mass murderers, and you salute. It's Vienna in 1938 all over again, not me. So, I was in the bone marrow transplant up there dying. Vincent Hansen and Fimbo Peterson, 2 guys, saved my life. And those amazing nurses, those amazing, you know, the food servers, the maids, the whole culture up there, our family. And I want to say this to the young Swenson girl, too, who came out of it. She's more intense than me, how much I love her. You know, Marshall is a real hero. Marshall was the first HIV injection, and he shouldn't have died. I wish he wouldn't have died. You know, he was young. He and I went in together. We, you know, in the rooms next to each other. He gave his life so others could live. I talked to his wife. There's been a lot of people, you know, the experimental. You look up Marshal Jensen. You look up, that's a real hero. I mean, brave, gave his life. He had young children, too. Gave his life so others could live. You know, not some, you know, you get, you know, the military. I'm all for those guys, but come on, they get a paycheck. Of course, I guess you got to have a job. See, there's the cows. See them? See them? Right there. They're all the way into the energy solutions dumpsite. Illegally. You know, maybe Mike Lee can kick me off Medicaid again. Oh, yeah, I'm already kicked off. You know, I had about $1 million when I got sick, broke. So, not so fast. Energy Solutions bought a hole in Texas. WIP blew up. What's WIP? That's a Carlsbad, New Mexico. You know, and so there's so much to talk about here and so much work to do. So, the MOX fuel failure. So, Energy Solutions, we have a law here in Utah. The waste can only be so high. So, I got a pass from Fimbo, gave me a pass to get out of the Energy Solutions for a while. I came out with another old activist, and I didn't dare go over there when they build a special truck and they build a San Onofre generator. Now, know this. They were cheating inside San Onofre. I'm the one that exposed it. It was getting leaked to me while I was in the bone marrow transplant at my YouTube site, and I was sending it around. It got exposed by employees in there. Hey, Kevin, they're cheating on the exchange. I caught them red-handed. And they were tried to reopen again. They were overheating it. Then they tried to cheat on the exchange of the generator. Save themselves 10 minutes. They pocketed it. Kamala Harris, who was the Attorney General at the time, we went to her. They went in. I mean, PV, who's the employee, just like Rusty is here, he's the public commission guy. He got caught red-handed in Poland, of all places. We got the goods on him. Well, Kamala's running for senator. She drops the ball. Well, they have a panel in California. The panel's voted to reopen the investigation. They got to go to jail. It's time. They need to go to jail. And they looted billions. I mean, not millions, billions. So the generator, they built a special truck and they parked it right there. We were out here thousands of times with our Geiger counters over the state legal limit. Now in Idaho, Atomic City right there, Governor Herbert, I've become friends with him. His dad died of leukemia. He's doing good work on there, and he's really trying, you know. And I used to go after Governor Herbert, but I've become very good friends with him. I really have a lot of respect for him. Who would ever believe I'd say that? But I do. He's done a lot of good things on this. But otter, who's killing the otters in Idaho? Oh, no, what a scumbag. So the Idaho lab, now this is important, Nuscale. I want you to look up Nuscale. It started at the Idaho Nuclear Lab. The original investor who put the money in, the same people that put in Blue Castle. Remember they're going to build that? And they called themselves Lead Dog Hedge Funds? I'm the one that exposed that crooked looting. So the original investor in Nuscale at the Idaho Lab, Reyes. Oh, sound familiar? Attorney General? Huh? Third Attorney General in a row corrupt. So, you know, shirtless charged with 13 felony counts. Oh, no trial. Swallow with 11 felony counts. We don't even have, I mean, wow. Look up Reyes. So the original guy who put up the money at Nuscale got caught in a Ponzi scheme, pled guilty. Oh, jail? Of course not. But this is the freaking, their little module reactors, which is a scam. Department of Energy, your own taxpayer money, it's a scam. So not so fast, KSL, KUTV, Tribune, not so fast about it coming out here. I've been working hard on this long before I got cancer. The survival rate of the disease in my body was less than 1%. Our family, our family at the top of L.D.S. East State. You know, you could go in San Diego. It's not our thing. We're going to move to Park City, the most contaminated place in the world, silver tailings. Oh, the red dust in Moab, we won't talk about that. Shh. Tourism. Oh, and we have luxury good of death, which I named it the luxury good of death. The Huntsman Cancer, because I saw it on TV in San Diego. Ha! The luxury good of death. That's what it is. They don't even rank in the top 100 survival rates. L.D.S., he's from Copenhagen. Our family at the top of oh, we are family. We are a family. You know, the nurses, the doctors, everybody that saved my life. You know, nobody would have saved my life. Nobody. There's no way. You know, Fimbo used to give me a pass to go to the Capitol and fight Blue Castle. Fight them on. I'll say you rats at Blue Castle and you Nuscale, Diablo. Oh, you have no fucking idea. We are watching, and you rats at Energy Solutions. You think you're just going to pull off this criminal stuff, Rusty? All of you guys, my army's vast. My army's big. Do not underestimate us. We are everywhere, and we were everything. You know, I wish my friend Aaron Swartz was still alive. We're not going to forgive, and we're not going to forget. My army is very real, and we are watching. You know, so they decided it's against state law to bring it into Idaho. They say they consent, like a passed-out girl by a dumpster in Stanford. They say they consent, like here. We have state laws prohibiting it, but they're trying to backdoor the law. Just like the cows. Go get your organic beef, ranging. You know, let's go occupy a bird refuge. Up there, those criminals, So, they bought a hole in Texas on the Carlsbad, New Mexico, where WIP blew up. WIP $2.4 billion to get it reopened. It was a Peterson container made right here that blew. It wasn't their fault. I never said it was. So Obama, he won't go after Bayer and Monsanto for antitrust. He won't go after any of these big giant conglomerates. But so Energy Solutions has merged with bought a company in Texas called, I believe it's Valley High, Dallas, who IPO'd originally here in Utah. He files an antitrust law there? Why? Texas don't owe you, just like when Warren Jeffs went down there. Nice move, Warren. We wouldn't do anything. No, Mike Lee's brother, who's on the Supreme Court, overturned the Warren Jeffs conviction. That's for real. They knew he was up to for years. But he went to the wrong place. Texas has a different brand of justice, so let him go. So, not so fast, KUTV, KSL, freaking not so fast about this so-called low level. We're watching. I got a hunch it's going to Texas, or you and Idaho need to wake up, because the Department of Energy is saying you consented. You know, I'm the one at the consent hearing in Idaho. I'm the one in California here, in Utah. I got to fight this. There's only one activist here. There's only one. Me and my small army that's spread out all over the world. We're watching. We're watching. So San Onofre, like I said, if it wasn't for me, San Onofre would have never closed. I'm the one that leaked it out of they were cheating. Know this, San Onofre, while I was in the bone marrow transplant, almost dead. You can ask my doctor, Fimbo. You know, he come in there and he said, look at this. He knew I was battling Blue Castle. What time you Google Blue Castle, you get me. These criminal rats. This freaking nightmare called nuclear energy. Nuclear bombs and nuclear energy are the same thing. Oh, it's clean, it's green. They're looting it out of amps, what we call amps here. It was for wind and solar, they steal it. You can look up the video. I caught them red-handed in the Utah State Capitol with the camera right in their face. Well, they fear me because they know they're criminals and they know what they did and they know I saw it and they know I have a YouTube camera and they're afraid of jail. You know, a whole bunch of people are going to go to jail over this. San Onofre, we're way ahead of schedule. That thing waste has got not on the fucking beach. It ain't going on the beach. They filed a temporary permit. It's going to WIP. You know, all of it can go down there. You know, wherever. The Yucca Mountain fight's going to be on, but we're sick and tired. In Illinois, in New York, you guys just keep bailing them out, give them more. Fuck you. We're not taking your shit no more. These corrupt, oh no. I got them on the ropes. I've got these criminal bastards on the ropes. And they know I got them on the ropes. You know, you can underestimate my work. Go ahead at your own peril. I'm not afraid of you criminals. I'm not afraid. You want to cheat on our laws? You know, Idaho has a law. Utah has a law. You know, Cecil Andrews filed suit against the Department of Energy, and he won the suit. But, of course, you know how that goes. You know, so we'll see. I was driving out here when they brought the truck with the big special-made San Onofre hot generator. They were cheating. I'll never forget it. A metal arc flew in front of my car. Boom! I got all the way home. You know, I live 130, 40 miles from here, and there he was. I have a picture of it. He's black and yellow in the grill. He was warning me, don't give up. No changes are permanent. So, they're reporting that the low-level waste, we know they cheat, and you think it's got in some special containers, they just bury it in the ground. There's nobody watching the store. The NRC, ha! I call them the nuclear rallying cheerleaders. They're corrupt. The whole country's corrupt. You know, something rotten in the Denmark. So, I'll stay on this. San Onofre thinks, you know, you Californians, I'm with you because I'm one of you. You know, that's my place, San Diego. I grew up here in Utah and there. I'm so proud of the California grassroots activism and what we've been able to do. And here in Utah, what my work has been able to do, you know, and Governor Herbert and I have done together. And I'm very proud of our work so far. You know, we got a lot more to go, but in Illinois and New York and Wisconsin and Michigan and Oregon, you're being so hammered by Fukushima and you don't even care. You just, I mean, the apathy is beyond, the ignorance is beyond epic. So stand tuned. So the San Onofre awarded the contract to the most corrupt company, one of the most corrupt companies in human history, called Energy Solutions. Look them up. Delisted by the New York Stock Exchange. How do you go from 35 corrupt employees, corrupt CEOs, corruption A to Z, and then you go right up here to Idaho, Nuscale. You want to talk corruption? Look up Nuscale. They're little nuclear modules. They're robbing out of what we call ants in Utah. It was never set up. You know, it becomes as natural, the corruption and the looting and stealing and calling it green when it poisons and murders it becomes as natural as unleashing freaking cattle onto the Energy Solutions landscape. Ha, illegal. Illegal. Stand tuned. We're watching. Oh, my army is watching.